Good morning, children. Children, yesterday I explained you a poem, and the poem is an elementary school classroom in a slum. This poem describes about the pathetic conditions of the slum areas and the conditions of the primary schools where most of the children from the slum areas are going. How poorly those schools are maintained and equipped, and what is the condition of the children who are sitting and studying into these schools. We discussed that how the poet has described the inequality in the society, how he describes us and explains us through this poem that the children who are deprived of the facilities and love to be given by the parents, the one who are away from the beauty of nature, the one who are away from a proper education system, are poorly treated in the primary schools. The poem here will going to describe us the condition of the children who are belonging to the slum areas and studying into primary school. Here I explained you first paragraph, which means that these children are far away from the nature, from the beauty of the nature, and they are very dull children. They have dull faces. They look like rootless weeds because these children are not properly taken care by anyone. Then we discussed about a girl who is taller than the other children who are sitting in the class. Maybe she's elder than the other children, and she's sitting keeping her head down. She seems to have weight over her head, but no, it is not the weight. It is due to the burden of responsibilities, she keeps her head down. And then a boy who looks very thin like a paper because he's a malnutritious child who has very small eyes, the eyes which are full of hunger. After that, the poet describes the stunned, unlucky hair of twisted bones, reciting a father's granddad disease, his lesson from his desk, at back of the dim class. Now, the poet described into this line that the stunned, the shocked and surprised, unlucky hair. Why we call the child unlucky? Hair is the next generation. So why a child who takes birth becomes unlucky? Because a child who's taking birth into slum area is born with poverty. So the child is surprised, is shocked because the child is born with poverty, and that is why the child seems to be unlucky. Reciting a father's granddad disease, a child who's not only born with poverty, in fact, the child is also reciting a description that he is also born with a genetic disease of twisted bones. You know, sometimes due to malnutrition, people have this kind of diseases, like one of it is rickets. And these diseases passes through the generation. So the child who has taken birth in the slum area is not only born with poverty, in fact is sometimes born with the genetic diseases also. He's sitting and reciting his lesson into the dim class. Why the classroom is dim? Because there is no proper electricity, no lightning in the class. That is why the classroom is dim. One unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room other than this. And out of the same classroom, one child is sitting at the back and the child is unnoted. Why the child is not noticed by anybody? What does it shows? It shows that the teacher is not taking care. It shows that the proper attention of the teacher is not being given to the children sitting into these classes. And this unnoted child is very sweet and young, and his eyes are full of dreams. His eyes are sparkling with the dreams because he's looking outside the window and observing a squirrel who's moving up and down on the trees, which is called as the game of the squirrel. He's enjoying watching that squirrel playing a game, moving up and down on the trees. And he develops a dream into his eyes. The dream that when will he be free to enjoy the beauty of nature in the same way as that squirrel is. Because as we all know that the slum areas are always constructed, are always made and developed into the narrow streets which are full of dirt. So they are unable to enjoy the beauty of the nature. They are deprived of it. That is why they dream to get some beauty of nature. In tree room, what does tree room means? Tree room means the house of the squirrel. Where do you find the house of the squirrel? On the tree. Tree room means a house for the squirrel. Other than this, he has nothing to say. He's just watching and observing. Moving on to next para. On sour cream wall, donations. Now children, if I ask you one thing, that what is sour and what is cream? So you will answer me that ma'am, both are taste. Right? Now, have you ever tasted the walls? No. So how the walls look like creamy and sour? So let me explain children that the walls which are well painted, smooth, properly designed and painted, those walls look creamy. But sometime when the walls are not properly painted, they become dull, they become rough. Fine. So how do they look like? They look sour. And to make the classrooms of these primary schools sour or creamy, they completely depend on donations. When these schools get the donations, they become creamy. Otherwise, the walls of the primary schools remain sour. Shakespeare's head. And now, the descriptions of the wall is being given. On one side of the wall, Shakespeare's head is painted. Cloudless is dawn, civilized dome, riding old cities. And on the other side of the wall, a beautiful picture which describes the developed and a strong civilized area which talks about the civilized city. Bellet Flore, Trolles Valley. And on one side, these all are the symbols of the beauty of nature. A beautiful painting related to the beauty of nature is being drawn. open-handed map and a map, a world map, maybe a country map which describes the world into it, right? On the one side, a map is drawn which talk about that how the world look like. Now, in the next few lines, we will discuss and feel that how these pictures which are painted into that classroom are not related to these children, are not helpful to these children, how these pictures are useless for them. This we will talk tomorrow, children, and I'll describe you the next few lines of the poem. Thank you.